A new Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer debuted today, and for those still reeling from the heavy events of Avengers: Infinity War, it appears this Marvel Studios sequel will do exactly what the first film did following Avengers: Age of Ultron, allow some levity and fun to permeate the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Marvel is looking to deliver a good time later this summer with a titular pint-sized superheroes played by Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly teaming up, but there are still plenty of details to sift through in this sequel. In our Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer breakdown, we take a closer look at all the action, point out some key details you might have missed, and try to figure out what's going on. Read our full Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer breakdown below. Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer breakdown. Our trailer begins with Scott Lang, Paul Rudd, enjoying some time with his daughter, Abby Ryder Fortson, who is inquiring about how long he's been Ant-Man again. This could be a question inspired by the fact that Scott helped Captain America's side in the fight that happened in Germany during Captain America: Civil War. As the first trailer referenced, it's his participation in those events that have him in trouble with the law. And as Infinity War told us, he took a deal, as did Hawkeye, so as to not be a fugitive anymore. But it would appear that a new threat is about to bring him out of hiding. Giant Man rides on the back of a tow truck, using it almost like a scooter to catch up with a white Escalade that he has his sights set on. And who is in that vehicle? Well, it's none other than Walton Goggins. It's the first time we've gotten a good look Goggins as Sonny Birch in any footage from Ant-Man and the Wasp, and he looks a little shocked to see Giant Man coming up next to him. Plus, we get to see why Ant-Man is in pursuit of this vehicle. Right there in Goggins' lap is the building that Hank Pym, Michael Douglas, shrunk in the first trailer for the movie, which is where he's been doing his research and experiments. That's likely why Sonny wants the building in the first place. As the trailer cuts back and forth between action on the street and Scott Lang having a talk with his daughter, we hear our superhero lament the fact that he always seems to screw up when he becomes Ant-Man. But his daughter smartly offers up the suggestion that he just needs someone to help watch his back. And that's when Evangeline Lilly flies into action as the Wasp, soaring into an SUV full of thugs, shrinking and growing to dispatch with them as simply as possible before swinging out one window and in through another to kick the driver square in the face. Presumably this is all during the same chase in pursuit of the shrunken Pym Technologies building. Michael Pena is back as Luis, and he's looking rather dapper in a suit and tie when Hank Pym and Hope Van Dyne come to him for help for some reason. Do they maybe need to get the stolen building back from Sonny Birch? Either way, Luis does what he does best by catching us up on what's been going on. Apparently Hank has been doing something with the quantum realm, a microscopic dimension first seen in the first Ant-Man film. He's probably trying to find his wife Janet Van Dyne, who will be played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Here we see a little vehicle Hank has built to take him into the quantum realm in the middle of a rather sizable lab. Is this all inside that stolen building? Here's that same vehicle flying through the shimmering quantum realm. However, it looks like Hank isn't sitting on the same side as he is in the previous shot. Maybe one of these shots has been flipped from how it appears in the movie. That happens from time to time in trailers for some reason. Another shot from the quantum realm shows that vehicle has landed somewhere, and a figure is exiting the vehicle. We're betting it's Hank Pym, but another shot later in the trailer makes us think it could be Scott Lang instead. This also mentions some kind of ghost who wants to take over the world or something. We see this character phasing through the doorway of some private property. We're not sure what building this is that the villain known as Ghost is coming out of, but it's clear the abilities the character has will make for a challenge for Ant-Man and the Wasp to deal with. Whatever made Ghost like this, there's a chance it might be some kind of accident. This shot of Hannah John Kamen unmasked makes her look rather scared when her body starts phasing in and out of the space it occupies. Maybe all she wants is some kind of technology that will help her get rid of this change in her body. Is there a chance this accident is caused by the work Hank Pym is doing in the quantum realm? There's a shot of some kind of warehouse exploding, and the explosion looks a little cosmic, almost like it could have something to do with the quantum realm. Maybe this is also something that's tied to the creation of Ghost, and the conflict that eventually is sparked between the villain and our insect superheroes. Back at Luis' office, we see T.I. as Dave and David Dastmalchian as Kent, his former thief counterparts. However, if you look around this office, it doesn't look like a criminal lair. Instead, there are a lot of security devices and whatnot around. Perhaps Luis and his crew have taken what they know about breaking into houses and stealing stuff and used it to help people arm themselves against other thieves. There's nothing particularly exciting about this shot since it's just the Wasp suit growing from being shrunk on a table. However, you might notice that the suit grows without anyone in it. Does that mean the suits can now be controlled remotely without anyone being inside them? I'm not sure how helpful that will be, but maybe it will come into play at some point. Continue reading Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer breakdown greater than cool posts from around the web.